Right, just what I noticed with negative ions, when you do it for a long time, grounding from the ground, thing, you will get youthful skin. So negative ions is amazing for the health activation for the whole body. It gets infused into the system right when you ground. But I feel like it's the same way with the air. When you're constantly breathing in negative ions during the day or the night time, it's going to purify the skin, right? And I've also read something that's quite interesting with negative ions, which I need to explore further in, that oxygen doesn't get released from the hemoglobin, the blood, into the tissues, the cells and the muscles properly and efficiently without nitric oxide, which I believe, but also without negative ions. Also with carbon dioxide, so Buteyko says we need high amounts of carbon dioxide for the oxygen to be released from the blood into the tissues, muscles and cells, but I also believe it's nitric oxide and negative ions. That's the key, negative ions. It's the combination of all three, and if you've got spike 1 like negative ions now, then holy shit, you're going to get a lot of oxygen into the tissues, muscles and cells, and that means that the skin cells are going to get it. So that's why the skin looks youthful, in my opinion, because you're upping up your negative ion charge, and that's part of the requirement, along with carbon dioxide, nitric oxide, to get the oxygen where it's needed, because everyone technically has the same amount of oxygen in their blood, in the hemoglobin, the red blood cells, which is the blood. That's why a pulse oximeter will show that you always have 96-99%. But the problem is trying to get that oxygen. I really believe this. I heard this before and it resonates strongly with me now. I'll need to do more research for sure, but it resonates that, you know, the oxygen to get into where it's needed, because everyone has the same more or less in the blood. Unless you've got COPD and something serious, then it won't. But you know, most people do. The problem is getting it into. Another thing, aged urine, with its high negative ion charge, which is provable by a meter and liquid, will also do the same thing. It will put oxygen from the red blood cells and shove it into the mitochondria and the cells, and that's where the energy system comes from. Negative ions too. The negative ions, nitric oxide, the carbon dioxide, high levels, will allow the oxygen to go into the most important areas, and particularly the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, which has 3 to 10,000 mitochondria in each cell of your body. So that's the one that does the conversion of oxygen into ATP energy. That's where the vibrancy, that's where the fast talking, that's where the energy, that's where the health comes from. Peace.